For decades, the big-bore retro muscle bike has represented something pure: raw displacement, timeless styling, and mechanical honesty. Now, attention is turning once again to the possibility of the 2026 Honda CB1300 returning to the spotlight. And naturally, comparisons begin with one name: the Kawasaki ZRX1200R. But is this truly a comeback story, or simply nostalgia amplified by speculation? Tonight, we examine the facts. The original Honda CB1300 built its reputation on simplicity and torque-rich performance. It was not designed to chase lap times. It was engineered to deliver presence, upright ergonomics, muscular inline-four character, and unmistakable retro proportions. Meanwhile, the Kawasaki ZRX1200R carved its own identity, inspired by Eddie Lawson-era superbikes, blending classic lines with aggressive street performance. Both motorcycles defined the retro muscle category in the early 2000s. However, global emissions regulations and shifting market trends gradually pushed large naturally aspirated inline-fours out of production in several regions. Which raises the central question: why is the CB1300 being discussed again in 2026? The renewed conversation appears driven by three key factors. First, the retro revival trend. Modern classics such as the Kawasaki Z900RS and Honda's own CB1100 demonstrated that heritage still sells when executed correctly. Second, tightening emissions technology has evolved. Euro 5+ compliance is challenging, but not impossible for large displacement engines with updated fuel mapping and catalytic systems. Third, global demand, particularly in Japan, where the CB1300 remained culturally significant long after disappearing from other markets. It is important to clarify: as of now, Honda has not officially confirmed a 2026 global relaunch of the CB1300. What we are seeing is industry speculation, supported by market logic, not factory announcements. If a 2026 CB1300 were to emerge, where would it stand against the legendary ZRX1200R? The ZRX1200R was known for its aggressive mid-range power delivery, twin rear shocks, and unmistakable bikini fairing. A modern CB1300, if aligned with Honda's current engineering philosophy, would likely emphasize refined throttle response, updated electronics for safety, improved braking systems, possibly subtle design modernization, while retaining round headlights and exposed frame architecture. However, it is unlikely Honda would transform the CB1300 into a high-tech superbike competitor. Its identity has always centered on mechanical authenticity. The rivalry, therefore, would not be about outright speed. It would be about character. The naked Liter Plus segment is now dominated by machines like the Honda CB1000R and modern hyper-nakeds producing significantly higher horsepower. So, why revisit a 1300cc retro inline-four? Because not every rider is chasing maximum electronics or peak dyno numbers. There remains a dedicated audience seeking linear torque, upright comfort, analog riding feel, timeless aesthetics. And this is precisely the space where the original CB1300 thrived. If Honda chooses to revive it, the move would be strategic, not emotional. The motorcycle industry is currently balancing three forces: electrification, emissions compliance, heritage branding. Brands that successfully integrate heritage with modern engineering are gaining traction globally. If the 2026 CB1300 becomes reality, it would signal that large displacement retro motorcycles still have a place in the modern era. But until Honda releases official confirmation, every projection remains analytical, not definitive. The Honda CB1300 represents more than a motorcycle. It represents an era when displacement meant dominance and design meant identity. Whether 2026 marks its official return or not, the conversation alone proves one thing: retro muscle is not forgotten. And if it does return, the shadow of the Kawasaki ZRX1200R will be waiting. this is not just about horsepower. It's about legacy.